I saw where you were the first district attorney in the country to purchase the universal license to the film and program entitled Walking While Black, Love is the Answer, which you have successfully presented to participants countywide. Can you describe what that is and what that's all about?
Yeah, sure. So when you're the DA, you're the top guy. You get to take risks, and this was before George Floyd was murdered. I was approached by a lady named Barbara Simmons, who was then the head of an organization called the Peace Center, very fittingly, here in Bucks County. And she had seen this film and participated in the program in Delaware County. And she urged me, she said, you have to watch this film. This is worthwhile. We need to bring this to Bucks County. And the essence of it is the film is very difficult to watch because the first 12 minutes of it, all it shows is police brutality. That's all it shows. And there's no real context to it. It's horrible. And then the next, I would say, whether you watch the 60-minute version or the 90-minute version, are all these stories from people of color that have been in prominent roles, including police officers and FBI officers that have been essentially mistreated. And then there are some redemptive stories in that film as well. And then after you watch the film, you get together in a discussion group with a moderator and usually a police officer and people from the community. And it's there that the real work gets done. But before I got to that, I was encouraged to watch the film. And I have to tell you, Meg, I was very, very, very defensive. It was really hard to watch. Mm-hmm. But I got through it, and I saw that there could be some value there. And so this lady, Barbara Simmons, she convinced me to purchase the rights to the film, which I did. So now I have a universal license here in Bucks County. And then she challenged me even further. She's like, okay, now I want you to get all the police chiefs, and we have 39 police chiefs here in Bucks County, to watch the film and endorse it.
Oh, wow.
Like, oh, my gosh.
That's a challenge, I'm sure.
Oh, I have, I don't rattle easily, but I accepted the challenge, and they agreed to watch it. And they watched the film, and then afterwards, it was up to me to answer any questions. Every one of them had their arms crossed, their legs crossed. They had a scowl on their face. It was really, really rough. But because we enjoy a great and trusting relationship between all of us, they were willing to go along with me. And so they agreed to endorse the film and then to participate in this program. And we started showing that film and doing the program live before George Floyd, before COVID, and we continue to do so to this day. We were doing it virtually because we had to shift a little bit. But what ends up happening, Meg, is after you watch the film, your emotions are so raw that it causes you to be very, very honest about your feelings when discussing them. And the essence of it is to be honest about how you feel about police, and for police to be honest and receive this in a non-defensive way. And it's difficult. The cops are challenged every time I ask them to participate. It's really difficult, but they have responded because they understand that even if they're not guilty of bias, and we all have biases, as you know, but even if they're not guilty of bias, this is the perception in the community that they serve. So if that's the perception, they got to meet people where the perceptions are and try to dispel them. And frankly, the last thing that I tell them when I pitch it to them is I say, how can somebody accuse you of being prejudiced, prejudging them when you're willing to watch this film and participate in this program? Let them come to you and kick the tires, and then say after they've done the program with you that you're still not being responsive. And that's why we've had great success here in Bucks County with that program.